So having an absolute triple net lease is something we like because it allows us to protect ourselves, our investors, from those unexpected, not only expenses, but also changes in overhead, right?
What is the number one secret to creating steady cash flow with industrial real estate?
The number one secret, wow, we're just going to boil it down to one item. It's really, I would call it the absolute triple net lease. If I were to boil it down to one thing, and really insulating yourself against management and expenses that can be hard to predict. Even the best operators, can get unlucky, frankly, right? Hey, we've done property conditions assessments on a multifamily property, and boom, you have an elevator that needs an $80,000 repair that wasn't expected. It was, supposed to last another 15 years before any major repairs, things like that that can really take you by surprise. So having an absolute triple net lease is something we like because it allows us to protect ourselves, our investors, from those unexpected, not only expenses, but also changes in overhead, right? We're seeing the state that I'm in, Texas, as well as Florida, get hammered with insurance premium adjustments. I mean, they're kind of 3Xing, I've heard, premiums on every single door on multifamily properties. And that's going to eat away at cash flow. So some of those things are really hard to control, and they're frankly outside of your control, right? You can shop around, or you can appeal property tax assessments as those go up. That's going to be something that can eat away. So using an absolute triple net lease as a landlord protects you from all that, because those responsibilities of maintenance, utilities, insurance, taxes, and even the capital expenditure items like roof and structure, HVAC systems, who's managing the landscaping around this property, right? And that all falls on the tenant in an absolute triple net lease. So as you see inflation really kicking in across, it's been across the economy, it's cooling now a little bit, but over the course of time, even if we land at 2-3% inflation, which is really the target for the Fed, even if we're there, these expenses all go up over time, right? So at some point, your landscaper is going to say, "Hey, I got to feed my family too, and I got to raise my prices a little bit," and that's going to be across the board. And sometimes you get hit hard, like I said, on the property insurance premium rates. So
Yep.
all that is unexpected. Things that can throw a wrench in your pro forma,
Yep.
right?
Makes perfect
And
sense. So it
so
sounds like it's absolute triple net leases because the tenant is responsible for the absolutely everything, right? The roof, the HVAC systems, the landscaping, the insurance, right? That absolutely, you're right. They're increasing drastically with all the natural disasters, even in California with all the fires that's happening as well. And so, because they are paying for that, guess what? You, as the investor, or we as the investor, for investing into that property, it's hedging. It's like a hedge, right? It's going to protect us. It's almost like something like an insurance policy for us, because inflation is going up, costs are going higher, and that's not going to eat away against our NOI. They're going to have to pick that up. Is that a fair summary, Drew?
100%. Absolutely.
Excellent.
And so if you can build in rent escalations along there, you can see that my expenses are staying nil, and you can really predict your NOI increases over time if you have rent escalations built into a long-term lease.